Okay, my name's John. I'm one of the people who started the art of coaching with Russ Rose and Terry Liskevich a long time ago. I'm a retiree now. Retired from Stanford, where Cass played for me a few years back. It's really been interesting. After I retired, thinking about the things in volleyball that I didn't have time to think about before. I have time to think about them now. And the thing that's been on my mind the most, because I think it's the worst taught skill in volleyball in our country, is reading. So that's why we're talking about it today, because it doesn't get brought up very much. It's hard to coach it, apparently, otherwise we'd be better at teaching it and better at doing it. So Cass played for me, All-American, played pros in the US at Athletes Unlimited and overseas, played in the national team program. She is now, give her a hand for this, please. She's the president of the board of USA Volleyball.
Thank you.
If you've ever read anything that she's written and then posted, she's extraordinary. It's worth the time to do it. So really pleased to have, it's not often as a coach you get to work with a player or a former player. And the reason we're doing it this way is because she's better than I am, and that'll help the session.
Not true.
But also, we have a coach's point of view and a player's point of view that hopefully will come up as we're going. And she's also coached. She coached with me at Stanford my last year. We won a national championship, and she was one of the key reasons for it. So she's seen it from both sides. Not all players are great coaches, vice versa. I didn't play. But she can offer a player's point of view and express it very well. So when you think about reading, it's like, what does a hitter see when they go up to hit? And yes, I know you can't teach that to a sixth grader very well. But kind of the way we look at this is that when do you start teaching reading? When do you start teaching people to see on the court? All right? Cass, people would go, man, she's in the right place a lot. We coached Morgan Hintz. Morgan Hintz was in the right place more than almost anybody. She's one of the liberos in the national team program now. She's phenomenal. I coached Logan Tom at Stanford, and I know Logan's background. I don't think Logan was taught this. She just knew where to go. It's like, why'd you go that direction, Logan? Because I like to ask why for things. And she would look at me like I was a freak and go, who wouldn't know to go there? And I'd look at her and go, well, it's only you. You're obviously very special. So some people it's natural. Most people it's not. What makes reading hard? Well, I made a list of things. Pretty much the key one is people like to stare at the ball. All right, set goes up, we play pepper. I set a ball or pass a ball to my partner, they're gonna hit it at me, and my eyes go up like this and back down, and the ball is coming at me before I see anything. That's very typical. Like if we ask these great players that are sitting here to come out here and play pepper, more than likely, and except they've learned how to play volleyball, for some of them played for a long time, they may be better at this than I think. Everybody's eyes would go up to the ball and back down, and they never see anything. Well, think about it. I believe the timing is when someone serves, unless you're reading the server, looking really closely, you don't see the ball until it gets to the net. That's kind of scary. That cuts your reaction time to less than 1/2. And how do we get him to go beyond that? Well, that's what we're going to try to talk about. So it's natural to stare at the ball. We don't really know that we can see things in different ways because no one's tried to get me to do that. It's like half the time when we'd start in practice working with people playing defense, that kind of thing, we'd ask them what they saw, and they'd see very specific things. They'd say, well, I saw this. Well, there was things going on around you. Did you see any of that? No, I call that specific vision. People who see other things happening, like a middle blocker standing at the net, watching a pass, and the middle hitter they're supposed to be tracking comes over in a zone over here to hit a 3, and they never saw it happen, didn't even think of going there until the setter set it there. right? That means they're not seeing or knowing how to take in information peripherally that can help them. I learned a long time ago, I started thinking about this, and I was not a player, and so I had to teach myself how to do this, and I would drive down the road, like recruiting and whatever, and say, okay, I'm gonna go as long as I can without looking at the road. I'm gonna look at telephone poles and fence poles and cows and see if I can drive peripherally. So don't try that, it's really stupid. But it taught me that there's a lot that I can see that I'm not looking at, or that when I look at something, there's other things I'm not seeing, and that's where Cass comes in. Cass sees those other things. We also, when you start to teach reading, we go to the wrong place a lot because what we see, it doesn't mean anything to us. Your brain doesn't know what to do with it. And so you go to the wrong place and it makes you stop because it makes you worse. So when you start reading a lot of the time, you don't get better, you get worse till your brain knows what to do. We have to train our brain how to kind of decipher that. So I wanted to start off after that starting point with Cass talking a little bit about why she can read. All right, she reads as a hitter, she sees the block, she probably sees diggers in the background when she's hitting. As a passer, I know she looks very closely at the server, as a digger, et cetera, et cetera. We always talk about reading as a blocker, but we don't talk about it very many other things, and blocking is actually the skill that we read the worst at, I think. All right, so that doesn't make any sense. So, Cass, talk about reading for you. You're a player, a great player.
Yeah, I think I grew up as a coach's kid, so I was in the gym pretty much since the time I was born. And so I think that obviously helps in a lot of different ways. My brother and I have an older brother, and we would just pepper and find different ways to play with each other. And I think when you do that and you're just reacting to different ways the ball is hit, we'd go, okay, well, you can only hit it with the side of your hand, or you can only set with 2 fingers. And so as you see different ways to hit the ball develop, your brain gets more and more information. It starts to get those pictures in your head of the ways the ball might come to you. So I think playing from a young age helped in that. And I think the evidence of that is partly that I think blocking is my worst skill in reading, as you mentioned, because you start blocking later in life. So as a 10-year-old, I wasn't learning how to read as a blocker. But I also think I played a lot of different positions. And so as you're talking about seeing all of the different things that are happening around the specific thing that you're looking at, I think that might have helped me in my development, because that's how I think about the game as a whole and as the context around the specific thing that is happening right now. So I think that might have informed kind of how I see things physically, is to not only look at that hand hitting the ball, but everything that's happening around it. I think learning the entirety of the game, because if you're a middle who's never learned how to pass, it's going to be really hard to read a passer's angle. Like, you have no context to understand that. So I think learning the whole game is important in that. And then as I got older, people started to talk about it. Probably not till I was maybe 13, 14, going into high school was the first time I remember somebody talking about the angle of an approach. Or I was telling John earlier, I remember specifically the first time somebody asked me as a hitter if I saw the blocker's hands. I was about 13 or 14, and I said, no, I don't see them. And he was like, that's weird. It seems like you do when you hit. And then I went and I hit the next ball, and I came back and I said, no, I do actually. I do see the hands. But nobody had ever asked me, so it had never registered in my mind that that's what I was seeing. So sometimes that's all it takes, and it's something that John does a lot, something Karch does a lot, is asking that question of, what did you see? And even as I went up through Stanford, where we talked about it a lot more, and the national team, being asked that question and having to think back and rewind the play, I would realize stuff that I saw that I didn't even know I was reacting to, because it had been kind of imprinted in me as I came through my career.
Thank you, Cass. Okay, so we need your help. We need 3 people over here that are going to hit down balls. Very simple. 3 people digging. All right. a couple people catching at the net maybe, and someone who's going to run the drill just in a line in the middle of the court. Diggers in the middle right there, a line, just one digger on, okay? Right, now you're going to toss balls at the 10-foot line, so you can just stand right at the 10-foot line, all right? Just come on up. A down ball has no jump, so you got to move up. You got to move up. We're hitting a down ball. We're at the 10-foot line, sorry. So actually, I just did that horribly, and when I talk about practice later on, I'll talk about why I sucked. All right, I never would start a drill that way in practice. Cass knows this. We get in a circle, and I say, here's the name, here's what we're doing, et cetera, et cetera. Here's what the coaches are going to watch, the whole thing. I call that framing. And I think it's one of the key coaching skills that you could actually think about. And so I've done it a million times, and I just was awful at it. I'm embarrassed. I'm sorry. All right, so these guys, these are 11 and unders, okay? Feel good about that? You're only 11. Okay, so all we want you to do is when the ball goes in the air, we want you to either, like you're doing a line of approach but you're not approaching, either face that corner and hit it there or face that corner and hit it there, okay? Do you guys understand what your job is to be then? Are you going to read? Okay, let's see you do it. Okay, next, just, even if you don't dig, next person on, we're going to go quick.
Yeah,
We need a second cart. Yeah, thanks. Okay.
I got you.
Who's on?
Oh, she's lefty.
Lefty fooled you. Heads up. Okay, let's reverse it now. Whoever's on, on over there, after the ball's been set, tossed, you're going to either go to that corner or go to that corner, and they have to see you in the background and hit it where you go. All right, so we don't care where you face. If you're facing over here, whatever, if she's over there, you got to hit it over there. You're trying to hit it to the digger, okay? Go. So if I was going to challenge them diggers, I'd wait long as I possibly could, all right? Make it hard on them. Go. There you go. That's it. Nice. Okay. Thank you. So why start with that? Because you can do that with 12 and unders. You don't want to do things with teams that they're not ready for or going to interfere with things, right? That's pretty clear. That's why we don't teach reading, because we never think we're to the point where we can do that. But all we're doing is working on some people trying to hit down balls, some people trying to dig, but we're adding it in that I don't care whether you dig it or not. I don't care whether you hit it great, except to run the drill. What do I care about? I care that you're seeing something other than the ball. If they're good, when the set goes up, whoever it is supposed to be reading, they're not looking at the ball anymore. They're looking at what they're supposed to do to get some information, okay? Make sense? That's the point, that you can come up with things that are going to make it so that at the age group you're working with, you can add things in steps. Okay, so we need 3 diggers in a line there. You guys just come on up and help. Cass is going to hit. Careful with the boxes here. We're going to use them next. Let's not kill each other.
Just in a, yeah.
And we need we don't need any catchers right now. You guys just hang out, okay? So, Cass, tell them what you're going to do.
So I'm going to set up to hit, and we're going to start side to side.
No, let's just go straight at them.
High, low, tip.
Either hit, tip, head.
Yeah. So you're going to watch me, and I'm going to hit it down at you, or high at your foreheads, or I'm going to tip it.
Nice.
Good.
Can you guys help?
We might need checkers.
Thank you. Can you maybe help Cass, please? Can you help Cass run this here? There we go.
Nice. Good read.
Okay, hold on. So the idea is the ball either comes here, this is what we prepare for. And if it comes high at us, we're no good overhand as soon as we drop our hands. And so if you have information about where to go with your hands, it'll help you be a better digger. And in this game nowadays, if you can't dig with your hands, you're not going to end up being as good a player as you want to be. That's just a fact. It's just the way the game happens. All right, so Cass is either going over the ball and hitting it at their platform. She's going to drop it and hit a floater at their head or tip it in front of them. Right? And the more she disguises it, the harder it gets. If you watch the pass, you're going to get nothing, right? You're not going to know what's going on. So now you have to be better. As soon as you see what she's doing, you have to say it loud enough for everybody on the floor to hear you, okay? Okay, so let's figure out our language here a little bit. My fault. So she's hitting down balls. I don't know if that's why you're saying down. That's a reaction, but it sounded like you were saying down. Right, okay, let's not do that. All right, if you see tip, say tip. If you see this, what should you say? Maybe high flat or flat. All right, if it's down in front of you, I don't care if you say anything because that's pretty much what everybody prepares for, all right? So tip, flat, or down, or dig it. Little late, got to see it sooner than that. Nice. It's okay. It's okay.
Nice. Somebody grab that. Oh, that was a good read though, because I went low and you thought flat, and then you did a second read on tip.
Go ahead. Last one. Oh yeah, nice. Okay, so what do you think? Do you always look that closely at a hitter when they're hitting, or are you actually looking more intently at her to get information? You got to be honest here, because I'm going to know if you're lying. You're watching closer? That's the right answer. That's so awesome for the demonstration. Okay, all right, 2 lines, 2 people. Same thing. So somebody else get in line, that'd be great. You can have more in line, that's fine. Just a couple here. We have 2 people now. They have to help each other, all right? And Cass is either going to face at one or face at the other, and as soon as she faces at you, she's not going to turn and hit at you. In volleyball, like 80% of the balls go where someone is approaching from and hitting to, right? So if she's facing there, you better get in front of it. You can move, all right? Do you have to dig in if she's facing over there? No, but you better be ready to run, huh? All right, and so if you see that, if she's facing there and you see the tip, you go get it. You overrule her because she has a harder job than you. Okay, let's go. If y'all have questions as we're going, bring them up. We're just trying to go step by step here with reading.
No. Nice.
Nice up. So I believe when you're teaching someone, you have to do it in steps. You can't go from the first drill we did and go read when you play the game now. We have to go in steps, a little bit more than that. 1 line again. All right, so I'm just trying to take it up step by step. All right, now you have to look closer because she's either going to do one of the 3, we call this the 5 read drill, or she's going to cut it to your left or turn it, and she's not going to show you, she's going to fool you. I used to do this drill with our libero, and as soon as I hit them in the foot on the other side, that means I fooled them, I win the drill, they're done. All right, they go home for the day. No, I'm just kidding.
He won the drill really fast. He's too good at that. Oh, that was the...
Now we find out
that was right, actually.
When you read, you can get worse.
Oh,
yes, nice up. Yes, Last one. Okay, that's a little harder, yeah? Because if you see the line of her approach and you go there and she cuts it, you're done. Can't get it, right? So you see the line of the approach, that means you get on balance to go there because that's the probability, but don't you have to be able to do that, to dig that ball? Yeah, that's really advanced digging. Okay, so now we need someone who can hit on this platform. Cass is gonna get over there. We need help on, sorry, can you grab that out of the cart? All right, let's go over here, okay? Right back, left back only, one on at a time, no middle back. Okay, we're doing the same thing, all right? They're gonna show you line of approach by going like this, only Cass is either gonna toss it to herself and hit it, or she's gonna toss it to herself too low and catch it, and that means you toss it and hit it. You're keyed from her, okay? Do it. Talk, let's go. Time out. What did you say? Hi. Hi, how are you? I'm not sure how that helped. I'm kidding. So does it help if you talk or help if you command? Command. Was that commanding or was it like, hi?
Like a hi.
Okay, so let's talk better than that. If you see something, that's cool, tell them. All right, this doesn't get to be as good as it can be unless what you see comes out your mouth, and it's obvious that that's a fact. Okay, let's go. So, what direction was he facing? He was facing this way, right? Sit. What should you say? Line, did you? Oh, cut it out. You're out of there. Next. Yeah.
Nice.
Oh my goodness. Did you hear that? Was that commanding? Hi. Yeah. Okay. Say something if you can. Say something if you can. Just let it go. We'll get it later. That's the way.
You gotta watch me first.
Watch. See, where are they facing?
Nice. Good read by
So
you.
she was facing cross, right? Did you say something? Oh, darn it. Okay, but she was facing cross and you knew that you had to release for the tip, huh? Is that right? Okay, cool. That's awesome. Let's go. Oh my goodness, we're destroying property. That's $100. 100. Man. Okay, one more. Okay, you guys are doing great. It adds more to the game if you have to say something to your partner, doesn't it? All right, and the way this really works is if I as a coach hold you accountable for it. If we're doing reading and that's our focus and you're not saying something, I'd just ask you to leave because there is only one job. We never said if we cared if you dug it. We care if we figure out how to read a little bit better, huh? Okay, so let's switch. If we could get the platforms off. All right, Cass is gonna serve from over there at right back. All right, we need some people catching with a cart there. We need 3 people in line here, and we need 3 people with me. Okay, let's get out of digging. There's so many layers that you can go to add digging in. This is different. Somebody's on the court right here, okay? So you face her. Okay, here's the deal. We both have to talk, all right? If it's going right to you, I don't care. You say short or deep. If it's short of you, say short. If it's gonna be deep, say deep. Whether or not you're gonna move or not, or whether it's out of bounds or not, say that it's deep or short, okay? So you have a long time, all right, before it gets to you. But if you're gonna be good, you have to watch her close enough that she gives you information. Well, what do you watch? I've heard this over and over again. Well, watch her hand. No, all right, don't watch her hand. That's too specific. Watch how she loads. If someone's gonna hit it really short, they don't load usually. They just take an easy swing at it because that's what you gotta do. If you're gonna hit it deep, we load more. So you have to watch her to see what it is she's telling you. All right? So Got to say it before it goes by you.
Nice.
Now, deep float. No, just deep. Nice.
Too short.
Okay, Cass, you taught. Okay, now let's go one after another, okay? All right, you talk to them, Cass. All right,
Okay.
I'm going to talk over here because I'm not hearing you guys say much.
Nice.
What are you doing? You get out of here. They're the pastors.
Still like, no, short?
There you go. How soon can you say it and be right? There you go. Nice job.
Yeah, that was intended to be deep, so that was a good read. Why did you think that one was short? Okay.
Figure out
So it
what
looked a little
works
slow. Got it.
watching. What it is that works when you're watching that helps you go.
You just got to have confidence in yourself. The thing is, like, just say it, because if you was short, you were right. But also, if you're wrong, that's like good information for your brain next time.
Okay, that's what keeps us from doing this. What did you say? Short. Where to go? Deep. Do I care? No, not at all. All right, do I care that you passed it? No, I care that you said something and you were looking close enough, but apparently that was either a tricky one or you have to get better at this. Yes, okay. Nice, time out. So what eventually will happen is when you see it and you say deep, you can move back. Right? I'm happy you can pass overhand. However, we're trying to use our platform here. And so if you're going to say deep, shouldn't you retreat? Okay, all right.
That's okay.
So-
a little late, but
That was a great serve. And did you see it soon enough?
I thought I did.
Now, you said it about the time it crossed the net. No, okay. All right, let's go.
nice.
That was very good. It's the way to talk.
Yep. Good.
Okay, let's switch. Now we need 6 on defense over here, and we need a setter, and we need Cass over here, and we need hitters over there. Nothing else. Let's go.
6 on defense here.
6 over there, 1 setter, 6 on. We're playing 6 on 6 here.
Yep.
Okay, hitter. All right, you're going to get set. Okay, so let's have one more person hit. Okay, let's have one more. Oh, do we have enough bodies? I don't know. Okay. All right, we're going to set you. And what we want to do is see if you can see this person or the blockers on this side. So you got to look at the ball, right? We don't want you to swing and miss, right? But that's peripherally. You have to see them in the background while you're looking at the ball. All right, so don't go anywhere. Just Cass going to toss it. You're going to set it. And I want you to see if you can see them. They're not going anywhere. Just look at the ball and see them. You did, okay, don't take your eye off of the ball. So you don't want to go, oh, I saw you, I got you. You want to see this and see that and see them in the background. And all I want you to do is say, yes, I can. Okay. Could you see them in the background as the set was happening? Okay, that's all we're after here. Now, you're going to make it so that we can see a result. All right, you either go block wide, all right, or you block inside, and I want you to see where it's located and hit it either line when it should be or cross court when it should be. But you got to see them to do it, all right?
Oh, a little early. Yeah, okay.
Okay, now we got to add another layer to this, which you wouldn't do in a game, but you have to say when you see the block is inside or outside. If it's wide, say outside, hit cross. If it's in, say in and hit line, okay? Oops. See it? Nice hit. So say in, okay? Say in. That was a nice hit. Give her a hand. That was a nice hit. Do I care? No. What do I care about? Whether you saw it and said it. Okay. Cooperate.
Oh, but you looked at them. You got to look at the ball. I heard a very quiet out. I heard it. But you said in, but then you hit angle.
When it's inside, you mean like they're inside the court, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
The block is inside or outside.
Sorry, I wasn't clear.
Try to make it pretty obvious. Yeah.
That's the way.
Or did you watch the ball though?
See the blockers.
Yeah. She said
Okay,
it.
so-
She hit the right thing.
Sorry.
That was great. She
So,
cooperated.
how good can you get at this? I asked a player who we're playing in a big moment why she hit a ball where she did. All right, wanting to figure out how we could teach somebody else to do this. I said, did you see the block? And she looked at me like I was a fool. And she said, of course. I said, well, what else did you see? And she said, I could see the diggers in the background. It's like, this isn't a special person, or she was lying. All right. And I said, what else? And she said, I could see middle back break to the corner at the last second, and I cut it to middle back against the grain. Don't you wish all your players were that good? To this day, I have no idea if she was absolutely truthful, but that's an example of how good you could get to be, right? So that's kind of what we're after, right? Now, we need a setter, and we need a catcher over there and a catcher right here, okay? All right, and you guys just come to this side and we'll figure out what's with everybody in just a second. So you're just catching, you just face her, and let's get out a little further where she wants to set it, okay? Let's go, just set. Help with the balls, everybody. You got to get them from the catcher. Okay. Now, she's good, huh? Those are good sets. Now, you have to turn your head and look at me before you set every ball. Okay? Let's go. Did you hurt your neck? That was like, oh my God, it was like you have Tourette's. Sorry if anybody does, I apologize. Okay? So, you got to take longer. Ah, nice. Okay, so now I'm going to stand right here. I'm going to try to be a little out of your vision, but I'm going to hold up a 1 or a 2, and you got to say whether it was a 1 or a 2. All right, let's go.
1.
I'm not going to do it that early next time. I just said it. I wouldn't catch it. Yeah.
2. 1.
Okay, if it's a 1, set it front. If it's a 2, set it back. Nice. She's doing really well. This is really good. Last one. Good job. Don't just let it land. Okay, so you want to go hard now? Yeah? Okay. All right, odd, go forward, even, go back.
This is real. He used to make me do this. You gotta do math.
So I'm going to go
set.
like this. That means set front, right?
Yeah.
Odd forward, even back. Okay.
Nice.
Oh, yes, that's awesome.
It was a hard one. 2 odds make it even.
Nice. Okay, if you can take the square root and it comes out whole, we've actually done that,
Probably,
right?
yeah.
Holy cow, that's crazy. Okay, so now we need a blocker over here, middle. Somebody come and block. Okay? Okay, all I want you to do is just within 3 or 4 feet of the ball getting to her, I want you to step one way or the other. You don't have to go block. Just step so that she has to see you. Nice. Now, be meaner. Oh, good one. You're fine. You're fine. Okay, now, this is even going to be harder on you because I believe in like visualization and feeling things. I want you to do this whole thing, but just before the ball gets to you, I want you to close your eyes and set the set with your eyes closed. Nice. She closing her eyes?
Before or after she actually sets it, though?
Oh, whole time. She makes a crazy face when she closes her eyes, doesn't she? It's like this. That's rough. Okay. All right, one more. That's really good. Okay. So now this drill is on you now, yes. All right. So you have to read her now. Okay, you can continue doing what you're doing and try to fool her if you want to. I don't care about anything except you have to go the right direction. So if you go early and guess and you're wrong, no. All right, so go the right direction, one step. Let's go. Oh my.
You had one job.
Wait, do you speak Spanish? No, should I speak it in Spanish so you'll get it this time?
Sure.
Okay, wait. So now, this happens 1,000 times, 100 times in every practice you run. The hitter goes, my bad, right? Because why? They don't know how to read the situation well enough to take the information in. And plus, there's a lot of pressure on. There's 200 people watching you do this. So I apologize for this heated moment. Be right on this one or you're going to get kicked out.
Yeah.
That was a fake, and then you went. That's in between now. Be right. Yes.
Nice.
Okay, so did you stay too long, for the game? Yeah, but all that means is you have to do this more often. Yeah. To have it sink in, to say, the ball's out here in front, it had to go forward. Or she was underneath it, because aren't you going to see things about setters? And we're always telling setters or people to read, but they're not, all right? So now you're middle on that side hitting, okay? So you either stand in the middle here. What I want you to do is either come for a 1, don't set them, or go hit a 3, or go hit a wide slide, okay? Now, you're going to still set front or back. He's just a decoy, right? And what we want you to be able to do is say what he's doing and then step in the right direction. So say 3, say 1, or say back. That's fine. And then you have to step in the right direction of the pin set. I'm trying to just confuse you, right? And I'm trying to get you to be able to see the set and see the hitter peripherally. Right? Okay, be awesome. Nice.
Oh, good
Holy
job.
cow, that was first try.
Well done.
That was so good. 2 in a row. Make me excited. Come on.
One.
It was a little late on the 1, but it was really good. Do it again. That's 1.5 in a row.
One.
Yes, nice job. That's awesome. Okay. Can we give these guys a hand again, please? Okay, there's another page in the notebook, and a lot of the organization here was different because I redid some of it, and we're not going over the other page, but there's lots of things on it that you can do that have to do with reading and drills that you can run it in. For me, that's the thing I was good at, was saying, I want to work on this what's a new way, what's a creative way to work on it, all right? So we were trying to show they did a really good job. Pick up reading and try to figure out how to add it into your practice, because you can just see how much you could get better if your brain was processing the information that we're processing, and you can't do it all when they're 10, all right?
Yeah, I think a couple things really quick. Like in that last drill, he told her you have to be right. I think doing drills like that where you can do that in passing, you can do it in defense, you have to be right, and then you can try it where you have to do it early. And then they're going to find that sweet spot in the middle of it. And then the most important thing that he said over and over again is you have to say it. Nobody really told me that until I got to college, and I got so used to it. It was crazy to me when I got out of college and people wouldn't say what they saw. But if they're not saying it, you don't know if they're seeing it. And as a player, you don't know that you're seeing it. So in any of the skills, if you can get them to say it out loud, then you're going to know if they're learning it.
Thanks, Cass.